The next test, if I'm really going to test the ranges, because my voice is just within a small amount of range, I am going to actually go plug in, it's called a Sansa, which basically is just going to put music through. I'll just walk around and wave because I'm not going to be able to talk to you anymore. There is no shotgun here wired into this Beach Tech, so I can't split it up, right channel, left channel, stereo. So let's do that. Let's see if we have the Sansa. If not, we'll just plug in the iPhone through a stereo mini cable. You hear me now, I'm talking just through the omnidirectional mic on the camera. That last test, I realized, I don't know if you can see it here, but this particular cable is it's a mono cable. It is not a stereo cable. I can show you an example. Of course, this is a 1/8 inch, I call it a headphone kind of cable or headphone jack. That's what we're looking for. It's a gold double striped cable. That's what we're going to use now. So we're going with a silver, and that's stereo. It's not the gold, but this is a silver, and we should hopefully get left and right audio. We're going to plug that in here. Okay, that last test was actually a stereo cable going directly into the jack, into the camera, the external microphone jack. And I was only hearing left. If you do want to test that, it's just coming in left. It actually was going again directly in there. It was not using any kind of a wireless transponder or receiver. So.
Now we need a piece of his hand.
Alright, unplug the music here for just a moment. We can describe what we're going to be doing because, of course, there is no two-way here. There is just left audio through a series of mono cables, and, of course, there's no shotgun set on this to go to the right channel. So we're going to be playing a melody as I simply just walk over to that corner there. I'm not going to go up to the top. Go to that far corner over there where the shrub meets the gate. Come back this way to the southeast. Maybe I'll turn the camera around, maybe I won't, and I'm just simply just going to book all the way out to the street. So we're listening for breakups. I'm not going to be able to determine where, in fact, that's going to be, so I'm not going to be able to narrate back because we don't have another channel. So let's put that music back on here. Okay, unplugging the audio just to kind of explain where we're going now. Of course, now we're just going to walk on past the camera, behind the camera. I'm actually kind of run around in circles and stuff, but we're going to go clear out to the eastern side of the property, out the gate and into the street. Let's just plug back in that French music.
As accessible as possible. We actually have 5, 6, 7-year-olds that are building websites that are more complex than our high schoolers. It's very rewarding, especially with the elementary schoolers, because to them I'm like super cool. I'm in it to teach kids to code.
Whatever drives you, wherever you are on your journey, whatever you're in it for, we're in it together. LinkedIn, you're closer than you think.
Just to recap, back onto the built-in on-camera microphone. I did notice that there was maybe a commercial or something, which is good because we're just hearing dialogue, someone talking, and I don't think there was any music. So French music went all the way across the street, and that's a measurement of probably about 45 yards, and then came back, of course, this way. Listening for any kind of interference, dropouts, but also the dynamic of the audio, the highs, the lows, and the mids, compared to that other. That's a Boya, B-O-Y-A, Chinese microphone for about $200 on the eBay. We're gonna go test that Boya out again. Alright, we're going to test, we're just actually going to talk to the camera through the omnidirectional built-in microphone on the camera. And what we're doing is we're using the Sansa, we're just using the line out, not the mic out. Line out seems to be a little louder. I'm going to double check that right now. Line out. We're going to be using that and walking around the property. First we're going to start behind the camera, walking over that far eastern corner, then coming over this way and then heading out to the road, out to the street. I'm going to plug that back in and I'm not going to be able to get direction because again we don't have a boom or what you call a shotgun mic over on the right channel. This is solid mono, it is only left channel audio. Let's go ahead and try that. Another thing too is you want to remember, this is just a mono, a cheap cable, and I'm noticing interference even just with the cable itself, so it's just another variable we got to throw in there, so let's go ahead and try it. Plugging the music now. Again, this is the Boya. This is a Chinese, about $200. It's the latest model. It's a BY-WM6. The WM6, if I recall, it has the true diversity, though it only has one antenna. This is the antenna, of course, from the transponder. We're transponding out of a Sansa. The receiver also has just one antenna, which kind of is confusing because I always thought true diversity has the two antennas. But so again, we're coming through the mic that's on the camera right now. This is a Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. And so that was the Boya test, just walking out the property. Have not been able to do anything from distance. We want to note there's a brand new battery, of course, in the receiver, a good battery. This is this store brand prosumer battery, and it's about a quarter full. This only has 4 notches, and it only has 1 notch full yet.
You're gonna hold those, not hold these? Yeah.
Am I the king of nothing at all? And you're the queen of nothing at all.
Okay, back to the omnidirection built-in camera mic. That was just a different style of music. It just doesn't sound good to the headphones. We're actually using the noise-canceling Sony headphones. And in adjusting the little power knob and stuff, it just didn't sound that great. Again, we're coming through a Boya microphone. We're going to probably go back to the original Sennheiser microphones. I'm going to listen to those again for the highs, the lows, the bass, but then also the mids too, and see how that carries.
$8. That's the most expensive. I like that, please.
All right, we're detached from the camera and any sound. It's just using the built-in microphone on the camera. So we're going to now take the camera with
Did I
us.
get any beans?
Probably a closer simulation to what you'd be doing if you're just running and gunning.
Uh-oh.
This, of course, is going to be set here. We're on a wicker table here. That's going to be transponding to the camera that I'll be holding. Now, I don't need to dictate where I'm at on the property because, of course, I'm taking the camera with me. It's probably a more true representation of what it would be if shooting an event where you have a talent, in this case, say like a mobile DJ booth here on the wicker table, and then will be, of course, the camera that'll just kind of be roaming around a room. So let's get that plugged in. We're going to have some music plugged in here, and then we're going to plug into the headphones and then walk around the property.
Ice cream for an astronaut, well that's me looking for weed. Turn the corner rain, find the world at your command. Playing the hand, yeah. You don't know my mind, you don't know my kind. Top necessities are part of my design. Till the world that I'm falling from the sky. Top necessities are part of my design. This love of mine causes hell to soar to shine. Do you want it? Do you want it now? Do you want it all the time? It causes hell to soar to shine. Do you want it? Do you want it now? Pick your woman like a paperback with the track record of a maniac. So I move it in and we unpack it the same as yesterday. Anyway we roll, well, everything must go away. What do you say? You don't know my mind, you don't know my kind. Like necessities are part of my design. Till the world that I'm falling from the sky. Like necessities are part of my
Okay, on that directional mic, I'm waving in front of the camera. Why don't you notice the hiss? That's again the Sennheiser. That's the one that's identified as being A. And in fact, right now, with the built-in microphone, just sounds crisp. Very, very little hiss. So now we're going to go ahead and plug that back in. We're going to plug back in the... and I'm getting closer to the microphone. It sounds even clearer. Now here's the mic.